Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. Prince Harry seems to be struggling with his new reality after stepping back from his senior royal duties. Now, he's fighting for VIP status, believing he still deserves it despite his changed role. His ongoing legal battle with the UK government over state security has left many people shaking their heads. Is Harry out of touch with his current position, or is he demanding too much from the British public? Reportedly, Prince Harry is upset about not being in the VIP category for automatic state security. He has been allowed to appeal a high court decision that downgraded his protection after he stepped back as a senior royal in 2020. Royal expert Angela Levin criticized Harry, suggesting his desire for VIP security is linked to planned tours with Meghan Markle. A high court judge previously upheld the Home Office's decision on his security, but Harry's lawyers argue that the ruling was unfair. Prince Harry's appeal will be heard by the Court of Appeal as he seeks equal consideration under Robbie's policies. His current actions and demands suggest a man deeply disconnected from his new reality, possibly influenced by an illusionary perception of his status. His insistence on VIP treatment and state-funded security, despite stepping back from royal duties, indicates a significant misalignment between his expectations and his current position. It's hard to ignore the possibility that Meghan Markle has played a role in shaping Harry's mindset since their marriage. Harry has exhibited behaviors and made decisions that starkly contrast with his previous demeanor and values. Observers speculate that Meghan's influence might have contributed to his unrealistic demands and perceptions, Harry's relentless pursuit of privileges he no longer qualifies for, as evidenced by his ongoing legal battles, reflects a degree of delusion. He appears unable to reconcile his past royal identity with his current, more independent life. This cognitive dissonance might be fueled by Meghan's support and encouragement to challenge the status quo, reinforcing Harry's sense of entitlement. The narrative that Meghan has influenced Harry is compelling for those observing his drastic transformation. Once known for his cheerful and approachable nature, Harry now seems embroiled in a relentless pursuit of validation and privileges that many find unreasonable. Harry's shift from a beloved royal to a figure entangled in legal disputes and public controversies underscores a troubling change. His actions reflect a man caught in an illusion, perhaps nurtured by Meghan's influence, leading to grandiose expectations and a detachment from his new reality. This scenario not only highlights Harry's internal struggle, but also raises questions about the dynamics of his relationship and its impact on his decisions. Currently, only King Charles, Camilla, Prince William, and Princess Catherine receive round-the-clock protection. It's likely that when Prince George is older, he will be given the same level of protection, as he is the next heir to the throne. After Prince William, the remaining senior working members of the royal family only receive taxpayer-funded security when they are on official duties and engagements. Harry volunteered to step down from his official duties and engagements, agreeing to the terms set forth by Queen Elizabeth. He likely believed that his importance to the Queen, the people of the UK, and the Commonwealth would lead to him being begged to stay on as a half-in, half-out working royal, with all his demands being met. However, he underestimated Queen Elizabeth. Despite her love for her family, she always understood her duty to serve more than just herself, even from a young age. Harry's current situation is similar to that of Prince Andrew, who is also no longer entitled to the same level of protection. Princess Anne, arguably the hardest working member of the royal family and a survivor of a kidnapping attempt, does not receive the level of protection Harry is demanding. This comparison underscores the disparity between Harry's expectations and the reality of royal security provisions. Harry needs to understand that he is no longer a VIP, is simply the ungrateful grandchild of Queen Elizabeth, a prince by birth but not in practice. He can pay for his own security and that of his family. The taxpayers are not responsible for his paranoia, delusions of importance and grandeur. He wanted out and he got what he wanted. I don't wish them ill, I just want them to fade away into obscurity and live the private life they claim to want, away from the public eye, financially independent from the royal family, and dedicated to service. However, I doubt they will achieve this. Harry's greed, combined with an ambitious woman, creates a pair driven by nerves and delusions. As for Meghan, the fact remains that she will not be called princess. She can only have titles through her husband. Therefore, she will be called Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, but she will never be called princess. Since her husband has lost his dukedom title, she will have no formal title and can only be addressed as Meghan Markle. It seems Harry is incapable of accepting responsibility for the personal pain he has inflicted upon the royal family, including Her Majesty the Queen and Prince Philip, as well as the ongoing financial burden he has placed upon UK taxpayers. This financial strain is due to his inability to stop pursuing these security court cases, which continue to cost the UK taxpayer. The media and Harry and Meghan's followers often emphasize their wealth. If they are indeed so wealthy, they should cover their own security expenses and legal fees. It is unfair for the UK taxpayers to bear the cost of these cases, especially when the verdicts continue to go against them. Let it go and move on, Harry. He truly believes he is going to win his case, doesn't he? Even though he has lost twice, he wanted it heard before July because he wants his internationally protected person status back. This isn't about security. When he is in the UK, he has been told he can have security. He wants worldwide security so he and his wife can waltz around preaching to people, pretending to be royal. If he gets 100% UK security back, he will likely file another suit stating that, as they feel he is in need of UK security, he should be seen as a risk worldwide. It's all a con and a stepping stone to regain internationally protected person status. Yes, he is the king's son, but he is a private citizen doing his own work. He isn't doing formal business, and he doesn't represent the UK, the royal family, or the government when he does his activities. Prince Harry's insistence on VIP treatment and state-funded security despite stepping back from royal duties is indeed perplexing to many. He attends personal business meetings and engages in charity work, which are admirable, but they do not necessitate taxpayer-funded security. If he were granted such security, it would set a precedent for other non-working minor royals like Prince Andrew, Princess Beatrice, Princess Eugenie, Zara Tindall, and Peter Phillips, who also do not receive such privileges. Harry's desire to establish a permanent home in the UK and secure taxpayer-funded security raises significant concerns. As a private citizen no longer performing royal duties, he should not expect the British taxpayers to shoulder the burden of his security expenses. His status has changed, and with that, so should his expectations. The British taxpayer should not have to pay for Harry's security, especially when he does not reside in the UK or pay taxes there. He should take responsibility for his own security costs, just like any other private citizen. It's understandable that people are frustrated and feel that Harry's demands are unjustified. There is growing sentiment that King Charles should listen to the people of Sussex, the UK, and the Commonwealth and consider stripping Harry and Meghan of their titles via Parliament. The titles of Duke and Duchess, as well as Prince and Princess, are privileges that come with responsibilities. If Harry and Meghan are no longer fulfilling those responsibilities, it might be time to reassess their status. Ultimately, Harry and Meghan need to understand that they cannot have it both ways. They chose to step back from royal duties, and with that choice comes the consequence of losing certain privileges. It's time for them to respect that decision and move forward without expecting the British taxpayers to fund their lifestyle. Harry, it's time to let it go. You're no more special than any other celebrity or wealthy person passing through London before heading home. Accept that you gave up your role as a working royal freely to live a private life. The UK bid you farewell and your family wished you well, but then you turned against everything and everyone, acting like a spoiled child. At nearly 40 years old, it's high time you recognize that your days of demanding anything from the UK are over. You wanted out, and that's what you got. It's frustrating to see such entitlement. Harry doesn't seem to live in the real world, but wants everyone to think he's just Harry. If that's true, why do he and his wife still use their titles? And why have they insisted on their children being called Prince and Princess? It was a mistake for Charles to allow this. The British public deserves better than to keep funding or supporting the whims of someone who chose to step away from their duties. Harry and Meghan need to fully embrace their private lives without the titles and privileges they left behind. It's time for them to stop making demands and to live the private, independent life they claimed they wanted. In summary, it's unreasonable for the UK taxpayer to foot the bill for Harry's security. He's distanced himself from royal duties and earns a private income with Meghan. With his hereditary financial resources, he should cover his own security expenses. While a basic police guard might be understandable, full security is his responsibility now. He made his decision and he must accept the consequences. To Harry, I'd say this: no matter how many times you appeal for state-funded security, it won't change. You need compelling new evidence to alter that decision. Simply refusing to accept no won't succeed. No matter how much he screams and stamps his feet, I wouldn't put it past the pair of them to try and manufacture an attempt so they can prove heightened risk. Sadly, the New York near-fatal car chase turned out to be a damp squib just like them. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the King YouTube channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.